Now get ready for Watching Weird, your ultimate destination for mind-bending movie reviews and recommendations. From hidden gems to cult classics, we explore it all. Hosted by storytellers and cinephiles Alan Gamboa, Scott Baker, Rich Restucci, and Hadley Thorne, with a special shout out to Landa Saldana and Alan Lasseter for their incredible support that help us keep the lights on at Weird. Now grab your Coke, popcorn, and tinfoil hat, and let's get weird.
Hey, happy
Gentlemen,
Wednesday, everybody. We're on.
Thousands of rabid, raging fans. How's it going today?
Good. I'm live from Maui. If you can,
I can see. Yeah.
He's
Got Hillary Clinton right there behind you.
He's on the beach. Wamahakalugi.
What? It's windy here. All that behind me is it's. I feel like the Wizard of Oz. Don't look behind the curtain.
No.
Yeah.
How was your week, fellas? Everything working out all right?
Yeah, pretty good. I got a lot of writing done, got a lot of odd jobs done. And my sister finally got the stent removed yesterday, and she feels so much better.
Good.
Oh, good.
That's good.
Good. That's always good to hear that stuff. Hey, Dan.
Hey,
Good to
Dan.
see you.
We see you on your little Facebook thing. Well, this is a weird week. Ozzy Osbourne passed.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Yes.
That was I guess it was a combination of his Parkinson and his drug use,
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, he actually passed away 40 years ago. It just caught up to him.
And
Tony.
we lost two more too. We lost the kid that was in the original Invaders from Mars, and and I can't remember the actor's name, but remember the actor, the crippled actor in Shallow Hal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The doctor, right? Or whatever.
Yeah, he passed away too.
Wow.
Well, didn't Malcolm Jamal Warner pass away?
Oh yes,
Yeah, he passed too.
Yeah.
So that means now 3, 4. We got 2 more to go.
Oh, that's crazy. Did you guys ever watch those?
De Niro, let it be De Niro, let it be De Niro.
What'd you say, Alan?
Hey, Landa. Did you guys ever watch any of? Do you guys watch any of those like ghost shows? Like Ozzy had one he did with Jack, his son.
Yes.
And they would show clips from supernatural stuff.
Yes.
And they were fun.
Yes, we used to watch that all the time. And you know what I loved as much as Ozzy and the wife? It's just the dogs. They'd be laying on the couch, then one of them would be sitting in the lap.
Rich, it was fun to see because you saw Ozzy as normal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was more normal than usual, and he was more coherent.
Yeah.
And he wasn't that zab zab zab. He was actually he was actually engaging, and that was fun to watch because here's this guy that was biting heads off, bats in San Antonio and snorting a line of ants, and here he is, as an elder statesman with his family, sitting on a couch with their little dogs, showing these paranormal videos. So that was I always thought that was kind of cool.
Actually, we lost a fifth celebrity because there was that paranormal expert that picked up Annabelle and died.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
You know what?
Right.
Don't pick up Annabelle.
No.
Yeah, right. I guess he used to travel with her and do, conventions and stuff like that and speaking. Yeah. No.
There's bravery and then there's just dumbassery.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, even if you don't believe it, what if? Stay away.
Yeah. What if? I'm a firm believer in that stuff. I've had a few things happen in my life.
Yeah.
So I believe that.
I believe as well. And I don't play with that kind of stuff. That's why, for our watching weird or our weird realities get together, everybody's, let's stay in this haunted house. I was like, nope. No. I want no part of that. Absolutely no. That's a hard no for me. I will sleep on that bench over there. You guys can sleep in the spooky house. And who's going to get killed? Me. I'll get run over by a bus, and you guys will be nice and safe up in the spooky house.
Well, you don't want anything following you home from those things. Anything attaching to you. You don't want that.
I mean, if we stayed at a haunted house, the ghost would leave the minute they entered my room.
No
This
chance
is
I would do that.
screwed up for me.
They're like, the ghosts are like, I don't want to see that. I don't want to have to watch.
He's in the shower. No.
I don't want to have to watch Nudist Colony Bigfoot. No. Well, you always think these people should wear, you know, there's knocks on their doors and everything. Why don't you just wear noise canceling headphones and don't answer the door every time there's a darn knock on it?
Well,
You know, there's no one out there.
What breaks me about these reality TV shows is these guys are supposedly experts.
Yeah.
So they go to a Romanian castle that was built in the 13th century and start talking to the owner in English. Yeah, that's going to work. And then when something drops, they scream like a bunch of girls and go running out of the room.
That's the best part.
Yeah.
Aren't you, you know, I can do that because I'm not looking for ghosts. It's not my job, you know,
Exactly.
but you can't. You got to go in there and be brave.
Exactly.
Yeah. I can scream like a little girl. It's not my job. I don't know. But
I watched
it
a
is
couple
sad.
of those shows, and I spent a little time with some of those people before, you know, the internet was a thing.
Uh-huh.
And there were some weird people. They were all right. You know, they weren't too bad. It wasn't like it is now with all the equipment they had. They had some stuff, but I didn't even know what it was. I just carried stuff with them. I didn't like it. So, there was some weird shit. But
Oh, yeah.
I didn't like it.
I believe it.
So,
I believe it. It's there's something out there, definitely.
Yes.
Don't play it. Don't play it, you know. But it is sad we lost Ozzy this week. It's just weird. He's been around longer than we have, you know. Like when the Queen died. She'd been there forever, right? So it's just weird that she's gone at that time. You know, now it's, you know. But Ozzy, you know, he's been around forever. It's just weird he's gone too.
Yeah.
You know? Just
yeah.
And then I heard Bruce Willis is probably on his way out.
oh yeah.
Yeah, his wife said he can't talk. He can barely move.
Yeah, he's got that aphasic condition. That's got to be the worst thing. Oh, it's just awful.
That has to be.
Yeah.
That I just saw a clip from Last Boy Scout today and forgot how good he is. That's a great movie, but forgot how good he was in that. You know, when Kim Coates is beating him up in the pool room and he tells him, I'm gonna kill you. Yeah. That scene's so good. But I guess we should move on. Clark, Landa, Dan, Tony, welcome tonight. Thank you for showing up for us and letting us ramble here.
What a special
it's Shark.
early finger.
There we go. The early finger gets the worm or something like that. It's Shark Week. And so as we do every year during Shark Week, we do shark movies. So we have Something in the Water, Dangerous Animals, and Santa Jaws this week.
I did not pick Santa Jaws. I was going for a modern movie. They picked it.
I picked it, but you know what? It's still the best movie of the bunch.
Yeah,
It really is, and that's just saying such something. Oh man, who wants to go first?
What do you want to go?
Yeah, I can go. Sure. Let me pull up my notes. I was fortunate enough to get Something in the Water, not to be confused with There's Something in the Water, which was a documentary about, I don't know, poisons in the water. This was not that. Written, directed, produced by, and starring a bunch of people you've never heard of. Something in the Water is a film about angsty young women who nitpick each other while they are floating in the middle of the ocean being attacked by sharks. I'm pretty proud of that plot description because that is the gist of the entire film in one sentence. Two of the women used to be lovers, but a gang of homophobic women beat one of them up, Meg, because the other one, Kayla, gave the homophobes the finger. Fast forward a year, and the two are split up because the one who got beat up blames the other for the ordeal. Go figure. Meg, the one who got beat up, goes to the West Indies to meet her buddies and enjoy their friend's wedding, only to be picked up at the airport by her ex-lover, whom she still blames. The group takes a little boat out to an island where one of them gets attacked by a ninja shark, who you never see in the water. They drag her out, and half her lower leg is gone. That's the only gore in the movie. If you're a gore fan, you can just check out right there. They jump in the boat, drive too fast, hit a reef, and the boat sinks in sharky waters with a bleeding girl. Blame gets thrown around, fingers get pointing, and the bitten girl dies. The others let the fish have her. Then the finger-giving girlfriend Kayla swims away to get help. The tough chick of the group gets sideswiped by the shark and starts bleeding, so she swims away to sacrifice herself and gets chomped. This leaves Meg and the bride-to-be, who is named Useless in every way. Her parents were mean to come up with that name, but it really did fit her because she can't swim, has the only life jacket, and complains about everything. Meg passes out, wakes up the next morning wearing the life jacket, and Useless is nowhere to be found. Useless became the hero. But Sharky decides he's not done snacking and comes for a nibble. Apparently, he liked the first few courses so much that he gave a particular part of the ocean a great Yelp review, and the other diners show up. Meg finds the only 4-foot island in the middle of the ocean just in time and fends off the sharks with her shark wit. As the tide begins to shift, the rock starts to submerge, but the true hero of the film, Kayla, who really was a great swimmer, returns to ruin a perfect meal for the sharks and saves Meg. I didn't like the characters. I didn't like the sharks. The boat was a piece of crap, and the wedding would have sucked. The angst and the tension between the girls is trashy as well. There's a bit of terror, and it might have worked, but the dialogue is such shit that you just can't wait for the next person to get swallowed. Not because there's gore, because there isn't, but because for every one of them that gets eaten, we get closer to the end of the film. I could only find an estimated budget of $3 million for the movie, and the box office pulled in $1.4 million worth of hardcore shark lovers cash. It is extremely likely that you have figured out by now that I did not love this movie. What did you boys think?
Scott?
I watched it. I liked it in a way. In the beginning, the bride-to-be was just completely. I was kind of hoping she'd get eaten first because she put him there. You know, she's driving the boat fast, not watching where she's going, rips the bottom out of it and puts them in that situation. It's just like you said, Rich. You know, they're all arguing with each other. They're all screaming at each other. You know, they're blaming each other. You did this. You should have done this. And, you know, at one point you're rooting for the shark. You know, like you said, oh, gee, you know, I'm the last one left. Oh, here's a rock sticking out of the middle of the ocean. Let me crawl up on that. Wasn't that good? You know, I kind of enjoyed watching it once. I will not watch this again. If I have to watch a shark movie, I'm picking Six-Headed Shark.
That'd be a much better movie, I'm sure.
Yes.
You got anything else, Scott?
No,
Okay.
Not much else to say. Rich covered it all. I think Rich.
Yeah, you did.
Rich was rooting for the shark in this movie, and I don't blame him.
Yeah. You did a masterful job on that, Rich. This movie, you don't like any of the characters. You know, like you said, you want to see the shark, and there's not enough shark action at all. I mean, it's a shark movie. Yeah. You know, you might as well have a hand puppet in there going. It just, you have to like the characters. At least somebody identify with. Even the shark. Give the shark a personality. You know. So then you're rooting for Bruce. You know, whatever. But this was just awful. It was boring. I found it boring. I think the reason Scott liked it at the beginning, because I think he was hoping for more lesbian. That's what because this movie was just, you know, when Santa Jaws is a better movie, and this one probably had more production value to it. It's saying something. I don't give this one a chance, folks, because you'll be like, you know, it was awful. I want that 80 some odd minutes back or whatever. I don't know. After coming off last week's movies And then jumping into this week's movies.
Yeah.
This no, I didn't like this movie. And you were very eloquent in your words on this one, Rich.
Thank you. I appreciate that. What are we going to rate it? Go ahead, Alan.
I'll give it a 2.
Yeah, that's what I
just
was
for the
thinking.
title.
I'll give it a 1.9 just because you guys gave it a 2. And I need to be under. It was just not good. Nobody needs to see this movie. I actually thought it was going to be good. Once they got past, the beat up scene and the two met and they're on the boat and they go out and I'm like, all right, enough of this crap. Let's get to the shark. And all of a sudden, one of them is just bitten in the water. And I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
There was no thrashing. She's like, no, I'm going to be okay. And they pull her out of there and half her leg is missing. I was like, all right, I like that. That's cool because that was pretty gory. And that was it. That was it. Everything else after that just sucked. Stupid decisions compounded with just bad dialogue. The acting was okay, but it was just such a crappy plot that they couldn't save it. So, garbage. 1.9.
The joking when she's bleeding out in the water, because she bled to death, basically.
Yeah.
They're kind of joking about it. Like, why don't somebody figure out a tourniquet thing or something? Anything to wrap around there. But that wasn't the kind of movie it is. And there's an agenda on this movie, and for them making the agenda on this movie, they sure made a crappy movie. You should have made a better movie if you're making an all-female movie.
Agreed.
Make it more, make it more better. More better.
So
it really kind of sucks when you're thinking to yourself, I'm sick of listening to these 5 women eat them.
Yeah.
The bride, I had seen her in something before. She was in Outlander, the Scottish time traveling sort of movie.
Oh wow.
TV show, and she was something to do with, I think, Jamie Fraser. I can't remember, but I just remember seeing her face from there. I don't remember what her character was or anything like that, but she's the only one that I had seen before, and I didn't recognize the director or any of the producers or any of that. So all fresh.
Yeah.
You didn't miss anything, Tony.
Tony, any of the Sci-Fi Channel shark movies is far superior to this one.
Yeah.
I have actually never seen Sharknado, but I'm guessing that's a lot better than this.
Oh my God.
Sharknado is fun. Sharknado is a fun movie.
Yeah.
This one, I'd rather see a tornado shark than a friggin'
at least that's what the Sci-Fi Channel. They make the movie stupid, so you can look at them and laugh. This one, you're thinking, okay, this is going to be like, I think it was like 47 feet or 47 meters down when they're stuck there. The ship leaves them and they're stuck with the sharks around. This one was wasn't scary, it wasn't like tense. It was just sort of like, okay, 40 minutes left.
Yeah, no, this was like pulling teeth almost, and that we haven't had a movie like that in a little bit. No. So
this time we got 2 of them.
Yeah, so something in the water, not there's something under the right. I went to Tubi and I was looking for it, and I saw that documentary you're talking about, Rich.
Yeah,
and I'm like, that's not it.
No,
can't be it.
Same thing.
It's probably better.
If you're looking for bad shark movies, Tubi is running a ton of them. I got an email saying, shark, the worst of Shark Week, and they're listing all of the bad ones. And it's just sort of like, I'm like, okay, I'm going to watch that one.
But Dan said, did none of the women have a bikini top to use it? Well, they did, and I think that's what Scott was hoping for. But they didn't think on their feet.
No, they didn't think.
This was like, you guys saw the movie Open Water, right? When it came out years and years ago. And that it kept your attention. It wasn't great. This is like if you took this movie and you took Open Water and just messed it all up.
That's exactly what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. It just wasn't good. So, well, do you want me to? You want to save Shark Santa Jaws for the end?
Yeah, since that's the best.
Okay, mine's Dangerous Animals, and this movie's got a lot of awards and stuff from the people who give awards to these kind of movies, community. So I thought it would be a good pick. It's a 2025 movie with Jai Courtney from Terminator Genesis. I believe he played John Connor. Not John Connor. He played Kyle Reese.
Yeah,
I believe. Yeah, and he played Bruce Willis's son in the last Die Hard movie when he goes to Russia. That one. Okay. So I like Jack Courtney. He's good. He's been in a lot of stuff. He plays a good bad guy.
He's Boomerang in the
Boomerang.
Yeah,
Boomerang in Suicide Squad. And I think he was in a Jack Reacher movie with Cruise. He was the bad guy. So he's good at playing bad guys. I thought he was pretty good in this one. This one he plays Tucker. He's an Australian. So this takes place on the Gold Coast. He runs this shark cage attraction experience, and he's also a serial killer who kills his victims by dangling them in the water so the sharks can eat them. And he films them. He's got all these video cassettes of that. And that's the basis of this movie is this guy. And it sounds like it could be good, well, yeah. But as it progresses, it's not. It's not a very good movie. He ends up meeting his match in Zephyr, this American surfer gal that he kidnaps, chains her up in his boat, and he's going to use her as his next attraction. After he's also got another girl on there too that he's using, and that's played by I think her name's Hassie Harrison, I think, or something like that. Hassie Harrison. If you're a fan of Yellowstone, she's in like the last 3 seasons of it. She's the lead barrel racer gal that Lloyd gets beat up by the country western singer, that's in the bunkhouse. She's that gal. She's the barrel racer girl that stays. And actually, she married that country western guy in real life. I can't think of his name right now. But so she does an okay job as the heroine of this. But it's just not much to this movie. It was filmed okay, but to me, it didn't grab me. I thought him filming, they should have like a somebody that he's selling those tapes to, some conspiracy or something. That would have been cool to throw that in there instead of just, he's viewing it for himself. But I thought he did a good job as a serial killer, but I just didn't care for this movie. It just didn't draw me in. It reminded me of Wolf Creek, kind of. Just didn't draw me in either. What do you guys think?
All right. I was expecting a shark movie.
Yeah.
And the shark in this is pretty irrelevant. And it starts with this young couple go down into the cage, and they come up and they're all excited, and he's like, "You had a good time?" And they're like, "Yes." And then he shoots the boyfriend with a harpoon and pushes him over. And now I'm thinking, all right, now we know what the dangerous animal is. And then he goes after the female main lead. She's on vacation with her fiance, and he doesn't really want to go out, so she goes. And I'm trying to remember how she wound up on the boat. I can't remember if she was
grabbed her.
Yeah,
he nabbed her with the bag over the head.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Herself.
That's right. And I'm like, okay, this will be good. And he changed it to the bed, and then the other girl is chained to the bed. But then it started with the trope that I hate most. She breaks out. He catches her, chains her up again. She breaks out and hits him. He falls down. She tries to escape. He gets up. He grabs her and puts her back in. It's like, for God's sakes, dude, you're a serial killer. If she breaks out twice, snap her ankles so she doesn't break out again. It just got monotonous. You know, to me, it was just sort of like, oh, yeah, she broke out. Oh, she hit him with that. Oh, well, he'll be up in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I think if they had done that better, I think it would have been a good movie. But I was just getting bored with it. It's just like it's the same over and over and over.
Yeah.
Now, the scene when I really like the scene when he takes the first girl and he uses her as shark bait. That I think was good. I thought that was one of the better scenes in the movie. But then after that, it's like, all right, it's going. Oh no, it's going downhill again. So again, this is another one I wouldn't recommend watching. And if you do watch it once, I can almost guarantee you'll never watch it again.
Yeah.
This is Freddy, Jason, Michael Myers movie. It's just the weapon is different. It's just, and it's not nearly as scary because you know what's going to happen. He kills 2 people in this, well, 3 people, I guess, in this movie. But when he drugs them, and then while they're asleep, he puts them in this harness that's attached to a winch, and he winches them out, and he puts Chum in the water, and he puts them in the water where they struggle, and the sharks came in, and they tear them apart. That's just torture porn for me. I don't need to see that.
Yeah.
I don't mind a shark attack. I don't mind that, but I mean, there was she's not getting out of it because she's going to be the first victim that you actually see. So, I mean, it is what it is. The way they did it, it was very graphic, very violent. But some people get into that. Some people actually enjoy that, and it is a very scary scene. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. And like you said, Scott, after that, the movie just tanks. And like you said, Alan, nothing grabs you. It's just, here we go again. And you could see the progression. You could see what was going to happen. She's going to get out. He's going to catch her. And we're going to start over. And it happens 3 times. She gets away. She escapes 3 times, and he catches her twice. Well, technically, I guess he catches her 3 times. But on the 3rd time, she again what's going to happen because it's coming to the end of the movie and you can see where it's going. One of the things that's just absolutely horrible in this movie is that she's chained downstairs and she snaps her thumb to get through the chain and she can't get it off. So she ends up just chewing her thumb off. And I'm like, oh my God, that's awful.
Yeah.
I mean, me, I'd be shark bait because I ain't chewing my thumb off. Like, I wouldn't be man enough for that. So she was a lot tougher than me. But it just doesn't hold your interest. This movie is light years better than the other one that we saw, Something in the Water. But it's just not that good. And for each time you think there's going to be a kill, you're like, oh, this is going to suck. And then you realize, well, it's the main character. They can't kill her off just yet. Sometimes they will trick you in a film, but you don't see that coming. The acting is good. Jai Courtney is pretty good, and the main female lead is pretty good. But there's not a lot of actors in the film. It's just there's maybe 10 or 15. And it's just it is what it is. But one of the things that I thought was really creepy was he's a serial killer because of what he's doing, but he videotapes each one and he takes a lock of their hair and he ties it to like a fish hook, like you'd see a fly tire doing, and he puts the fish hook with the girl's name on a video cassette, and he puts a video cassette, and you can see there's like 2 or 3 dozen other video cassettes. So the guy, he was a prolific serial killer.
Yeah.
But again, it just it doesn't work. And rather than the first time she escapes, rather than just kill him while he's unconscious, she runs away. Don't do that. Don't do that.
No.
If the guy's down, you make sure he stays down. Kill him to death.
Yep.
Break his knees. Do what you got to do so that he can't get back to you.
Yeah. I mean, he's feeding them to sharks. After the second escape attempt, I would have broken her leg or broken her ankle. But no, we can't do that.
Exactly.
I hope.
Good to see you.
That's my sister.
Hi.
Pity her. She has to deal with me.
Yeah. the going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That just,
yeah.
We got hope. We don't have hope. We have hope. And you're just like, oh.
We have hope. She's here.
Oh, we do have hope. Yeah, good.
If she wasn't here, we'd be hopeless.
These movies were hopeless.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Santa Jaws was good.
Well,
Well,
better than these two. But
Yeah.
well, what do we give this one? What do you want to give this one, guys?
I'm giving it a 2.
I'm going to give it a 3. It was passable, if not good. I will never watch it again.
No.
But this is a movie I could go either way on my recommendation for. It's nothing new. It's just another slasher movie with a different type of weapon. So
Yeah.
you do you. I'll give it a 3.
I'm going to give it a 2, just because I had high hopes for this one. One, I like Jack Courtney as a bad guy, and it got, like I said, it got several praises and awards from these little indie, movie places and stuff. It's not an indie movie, but from, when they take them to these places and they, we'll give you the Palme de France, winner of the Palme de France or whatever. And it just wasn't, we should have watched Sharks of the Corn on Tubi. Alan's got that down there. But yeah, it was not all it's cracked up to be. Though you might love it, Tony. Jack Courtney danced around his underwear, so I mean, you might like it. I don't know. Shall we move on to
Sure.
Santa Jaws?
I didn't pick it, but I wanted to review it. A classic Sci-Fi Channel shock movie, Santa Jaws, 2018. It was directed by Misty Talley, who did she was an editor on most other projects. I think this was her only directorial debut. And it has a cast that no one has actually heard of. And the movie deals with Cody, played by Reed Miller, and his friend. They're complete geeks. And they hang around a comic book store, and they've been writing. Cody does the artwork. The other kid does the texting. And they've come up with this thing called Santa Jaws, which is a shark that has a Christmas lights wrapped around it and a Santa hat on its fin. And the guy likes him, so he's like, okay, maybe we'll make a few copies of this. And the parents think, it's like the sister-in-law is this fashion model, and she's so uppity. And the uncle likes him, but he thinks he's like stupid. The kid should be doing something else. And it takes place a couple of days before Christmas. The family gets together. The father thinks the kid's stupid for doing it. The only one that supports him is the grandfather. The grandfather supports his creative genius. So he gives him a pen, a special pen, without telling him what's so special about it. And it turns out that whatever you write on the pen comes to life. So after they all give him crap, and the mother grounds him for some stupid reason, the kid is sitting there and he's writing for Santa Claus comics, and he goes, I wish my family would just disappear. Ooh, boom. Of course. The pen brings it to life, and now Santa Jaws is swimming around like the Florida community, picking off the relatives one by one. It's stupid, but it's meant to be stupid. Nobody believes the kid. If somebody walked up to you and said, hey, I saw a shark with Christmas lights, you'd be like, okay, and we'll call the short bus. But then if they start believing it, because too many people start disappearing, and they try to figure out ways to stop it, and they can't. So, after all of the family members die, the kid gets the idea, I'm going to write this. If I can destroy we will destroy the shark and everything will return to normal. Of course, boom, Santa Jaws dies, ho, ho, ho. He gets slayed. And then the whole family returns. His girlfriend is back and that. And they all live happily ever after. It's perfect sci-fi movie. If you don't like the sci-fi movies, don't watch this. If you like things like Lava Shark, Shark the Megalodon versus Sharktopus.
Sharknado.
Yes,
Reform School Shark.
Yeah, this is a good, for what it is, it's a good movie. It's a stupid shark movie. The deaths are kind of comical. There's some funny moments in it. There's no need to suspend reality. If you watch a movie named Santa Jaws, your reality is already shot on this. I enjoyed it. I'd seen bits and pieces of it before. This is the first time I watched the whole thing. And while it's not one of my Christmas favorites, like Violent Night, I'll probably watch it again around Christmas time.
What do you think, Rich?
I didn't like it as much as Scott. But of the three of these movies, this is the one I went into thinking it was going to be terrible. And it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. This is not a movie you go into thinking Oscar winner or terrifying shark or anything like that. This is a movie you go into thinking, oh crap, what am I doing to myself? This is masochism, but I need to watch it. I ended up being wrong on this one. This had some cute little tropes in it. It had the acting wasn't nearly as atrocious as Something in the Water. It was decent for what it was, and like Scott said, I didn't hate it. I thought it was an acceptable film. It's another one I won't watch again, and you can line it up with every other movie, sci-fi movie that you watch. You watch it because it's going to be bad, but there's going to be some cool scenes, and there were. The CGI and the special effects of this are atrocious, but again, it's a sci-fi channel. You don't have a multi-million-dollar budget. They probably made this movie for $12.
$700,000.
Wow,
which is almost 12.
Yeah,
right? 12 is almost 700,000. So when you look at a budget like that and what they can do at that kind of budget, they did all right. And with the plot of the film being the pen can make anything come to life, but you can't use it for yourself.
Yeah,
I thought it was okay. I thought they did all right. I liked the main character. I liked his little girlfriend. They did pretty well. But I could see what was going to happen when certain people did get eaten. I don't know if you guys are ever going to watch it, so I'm just going to spit it out. When the dad or the brother got eaten, and the dad got eaten, and then the mom got eaten, and then it just keeps going. I'm like, wait a minute, this does not compute. This is a pseudo Christmas movie. Something's up, and so you can see where it's going with the magic pen. And it was like I said, it was okay. Of the three of these movies, this is the one you want to watch. I hate myself for saying that, but it's true. So I'm kind of with Scott on this one. What do you think, big guy?
This is a sci-fi movie. I mean, it is a sci-fi special. You see that logo come up, and you know what you're in for. Definitely. I like when the part when the grandpa got eaten, and he's like trying to tell everybody, "Hey, Papa got eaten. Papa got eaten." They're like, "Go to your room. You're lying. Go to your room." They don't even check on Papa. It's like no one's got to make sure he's not eating. And like you said, Rich, when they ate Grandpa, then I was thinking, okay, he's gonna, make everything all right, because you can't eat Papa because Papa loves him and is his biggest supporter. So it's a fun movie. It is what it is. Hey, Max, you go in expecting Santa, like you said, a movie called Santa Jaws. You're going to get a movie called Santa Jaws. The beginning scene was kind of funny. I kind of liked that with the evil Santa and
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm at the beginning going, what's going on? Okay, and it's their comic book they're writing. The acting is Sci-Fi Channel acting, but it's not bad, and a hell of a lot better kills than Something in the Water, and more kills. You actually see people getting eaten or swallowed or whatever, in this, and it's just a fun fun movie. It's got heart to it, and it's if you haven't seen a Christmas movie, looking to add to your collection, check this one out. I mean, like Scott, you might not be a go-to Christmas movie for sure, because I won't watch this one again. I enjoyed it though, but check this one out. It's a lot of fun, and you can guess the plot as you're watching it.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have to be Sherlock Holmes. They lay it out for you way ahead of time.
Oh yeah, you know who's going to get eaten and when.
Yeah. Although I was surprised when Papa got eaten right away. I mean, the build-up, once they get there and they're fishing, it's like, okay, he's going to get eaten. But I was surprised he got eaten. He was the first one to get, chomped on. But that surprised me.
And Dungeon Dan, Cocaine Shark 2023. I think it's another Sci-Fi Channel movie.
We did that last Shark.
Did we do it last year?
2 Shark Weeks ago we did it.
Yeah. I don't
it's remember. A guy, he turns into a paper mache. He's got a paper mache shark head. He's like this
remember that. That was Cocaine Shark?
That was Cocaine Shark. He goes undercover.
Oh, maybe I would miss that one. Maybe that was one of the nights I wasn't on.
No, I think you're on, Scott.
Really?
He's got a paper mache shark head, and it because he gets injected by the bad guys with the stuff they're selling on the street, so he becomes man and shark. It's horrible.
I mean, you could look if you're looking for shark movies. I'm on Tubi. Sharkenstein, Chum, Honey Shark, Virus Shark, Sharkula, Razor Teeth, Nano Shark, Mountain Shark.
We did Sharkenstein too, remember?
Yes, yeah. That one was horrible.
Yeah.
And I think we did. Did we do Sharks on the Moon? Did we do that one too, or
Sky Sharks? The one about
Sky Shark.
God, yes, the one about the Nazis using sharks and turning them into aircraft to attack airliners.
Dan says there's no limit to shark depravity. You're right.
I've seen 2-headed, 3-headed, 4, 5, 6-headed sharks, and they're all so horribly bad, but I love them.
Oh, man. Yeah, Sharkenstein was, you're right, it was a beating. That movie was just horrible. Oh.
Well, I remember they talked to the guy who was running the Sci-Fi Channel years ago, and they said to him, "Why do you make such bad movies?" And he said, we're trying to be like Roger Corman. We're trying to make low-budget, quickly made films that will entertain you, that don't have a political message and are not going to win awards, but you're going to sit down on a Saturday night and go, "Hey, that was good."
Sadly, it doesn't exist. The Sci-Fi Channel doesn't really exist anymore. Like it was. No. So that's kind of sad.
Remember when Sci-Fi Channel showed sci-fi movies?
Yeah.
When MTV showed music videos?
Yeah.
When CMT showed country western videos? Sorry.
Yeah. You got to chase the bucks, I guess.
Oh,
no Bucks, no Buck Rogers.
Okay.
So what do we give this one, guys?
I'll give this one a 3.5. It pains me to do so, and I think that 0.5 is probably just because the other two just irritated me so much. So I give it a 3.5.
Yeah. Okay, Scott.
I'm giving it a 3 because it's good for what it is. If you like Jaws and that's your type of shark movie, you'll hate this. If you watch the Sci-Fi Channel all the time for the stupid movies, you'll enjoy this one.
I'm going to give it a 3.5, just because of the effort that Well, I don't. Did they put effort into this? I don't know.
We did.
Maybe
We watched
because
it.
maybe because all the other shark movies this week sucked ass. I don't know. This was a breath of fresh air. You know, it's like being stuck in a car with the heater on and someone that eating Taco Bell and you can't roll the windows down. And finally, you get to stop and get out of the car. This is what this movie was compared to the other two movies.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I would have ever said that about Santa Jaws unless we, but we paired him with the perfect movies.
And the sad thing was, we picked Santa Jaws to laugh about, like comparing it to these two great shark movies.
Yep. Wahlberg couldn't have saved these movies.
No, nothing. Oh,
or Hasselhoff.
Yeah,
nope.
It was just a bad week for shark movies. Our highest was a 3.5. I guess we've done worse. We've given ones all over and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's true.
I think shark movies and zombie movies, they're making any piece of crap they can.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's just to make money. It has nothing to do with making a good film because most of them just aren't good films. But I think Something in the Water and Dangerous Animals, they thought they were making decent movies.
Yeah.
And like you said, Alan, Dangerous Animals is up for some awards. People are generally giving it favorable reviews. So it was just the three of us that thought it sucked.
It just
sharks.
Strung Out Squirrels has practically been done with Krakoon.
Oh, yeah. Did we watch that one, Krakoon? Is that the one we watched? Yeah.
The book is phenomenal. I read the book, and the book was like, oh my God, I've started reading all the other books of his, like Crack Squatch and things like that. But when they made the movie, they didn't do it justice.
Well, they didn't have a budget. It looked like they didn't have a budget. So, but who wouldn't want their book made into a movie?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know. Then I'm thinking, no, I don't want those guys to make my book.
Well, it'd be such a tough call because how many people do you know whose book was turned into a movie? Really know. Like, how many people have you met? 10?
But
none of your close friends, right?
Yeah.
But if you like the movie, you might go out and read the book.
Well,
like with me, I finally bought, because I love Life Force. That's one of my favorite movies. I bought Space Vampires, the book that it's based on.
It's different than the movie.
That's what they say. They say both of them are good, but they're different. So.
Yeah, I read that book. I can't remember it, but I remember it was vastly different than the movie. And I'm like, because the movie's kind of fun.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun. You can't watch it with your kids or anything. You've got young kids, because the major character is she's naked walking through the whole thing,
The whole thing, yeah.
Yeah, but it's a fun movie, and the actors in it are just, you're looking at going, wow. Patrick Stewart is a young guy, it's like,
yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen zombie vampires like that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Life Force.
That's the scene, especially when they go back to London. That is phenomenal.
Yeah. In the beginning, when the shuttle is going and they find the alien comet looking, thing, and that's kind of cool, especially back in the 80s, early 80s. Yeah. That was pretty neat. But
it's a Canadian film that just didn't go anywhere, and I thought it was good.
I did too. Of course, I was what, 17 or 18?
Neither did Carpenter's The Thing. It bombed at the box office, and now look at it.
Yeah. The reviewers savaged it.
Oh, yeah.
They savaged it. And those reviews do not age well because that movie's a classic.
And did you hear that they found some lost footage from Romero's Day of the Dead that they're going to remaster and put into a new video?
The thing with Day of the Dead is, I don't know if you guys know this or not. You probably do. but he was going to have a big budget because it was a studio movie. And then the studio cut his budget. And so he wanted to do a whole, like the beginning, showing Florida and all the zombies coming out and all that. He wanted more of that. He wanted it big. And the studio cut his budget. They
Still was done well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
It was funny. One of my first zombie conventions was in Fort Myers. And it wasn't until the day I got to the convention that I realized, oh, this is where they filmed Day of the Dead. So I got up early the next morning. I watched the movie that night, took notes, and the next morning I went out and got photos of all the scenes where it was filmed.
The only thing I don't like about that movie is I hate the soldier that she's hooked up with. His character drives me crazy.
Yeah.
I even like the crazy captain better than that guy. He's so annoying. It's like, eat him, eat this guy, get him off the screen. But he's the catalyst of the fall of their compound. So
Yeah, he's a selfish dick.
yeah. She's got more balls than he had,
Oh, she was tough. I liked her. She's great.
Yeah.
She was a great actress.
No, it's good character. Good character.
Yeah. And the guy that played the second in command with the
Steele?
Steele. The actor's brilliant because I met him once and he is the sweetest, nicest guy. And I couldn't believe that, wow, you played that asshole.
Well, he was in a few of Romero's movies, right? Romero used him.
I don't know.
I think he used him in Dawn of the Dead, wasn't he? Yeah, he was one of the cops, wasn't he? When they
Look that up.
they're escaping in the helicopter at the beginning, and the one cop's like, "Where are you guys going?" Up, and he's like, "Oh,
We'll look it up right now.
you got to smoke? Anybody got a cigarette? Anybody got a cigarette?" And they're like, "Nope, nope, nope." And then they all light up as soon as he leaves. I love that scene.
Gary Howard Clark is his name.
If you
okay.
if you guys are looking for a fairly good movie to watch, Netflix just released it. Stay Off My Lawn. I watched it tonight.
Stay off my lawn.
It's I don't want to say a bizarre movie. It's a psychological thriller. It's about this kid. This young couple buys the house from his grandfather, and you find out it's because the father doesn't want to give it. The father is an asshole, and he doesn't want to give it to his kid because his kid is useless and lazy. And he sells the house to this couple, and it says, look, you can move in until all the paperwork is done. So the grandson tries to scare them out so the house will become his. And it's not bad. I mean, the stuff they do, it's pretty good, the things they put them through. But there are comedy moments in the movie that fit. And it's just like, this is unusual to watch a psychological thriller. The cop and the next door neighbor are hilarious. I was laughing at them so hard. And then the next scene, he's terrorizing the young couple.
I saw that one advertised. I gotta check that out.
Get Off My Lawn.
Stay Off My Lawn.
And where was it?
Netflix.
Netflix. Now, I watched one last night, and I put it on my Facebook page. Novocaine with Jack Quaid from The Boys.
Yeah.
It's Amber Midthunder from Predator Prey.
Huh.
Yeah, she was the lead in Prey.
Yeah.
What's
And
it about?
it's
What's it about?
It's about Jack Quaid. He's got that genetic disease where you can't feel pain.
Oh, yeah.
And he works in a bank. He's an assistant bank manager. And this teller that works there, she starts hitting on him and stuff. And they have a relationship. He falls in love with her. And then the bank gets robbed. She gets kidnapped. And so he goes after the kidnappers. He goes after them to save them. And it is, oh my God, because he can't feel pain, right? So he gets burned. He gets cut. He gets. I mean, it's just you're just like, oh, but it's hilarious. There's some really funny parts in it, and
Vaguely sounds familiar.
it's like it almost reminds me of like Nobody, but with this guy that's just getting. I mean, I don't know. It's worth the watch. There's a lot of violence in it, and it's a kind of romantic action movie comedy. There's a lot of humor in it, and Jack Quaid he's great. You know, I like Jack Quaid a lot. But
I got a feeling once I watch it, I'll remember it.
It just came out this year. It's a new movie. His name's Nathan Kane in it, and they call him Novocaine because he can't feel anything. So it's worth the watch. It really is. I enjoyed it.
Have any of you seen 28 Years Later?
No.
Mm-mm.
No, I'll watch it when it comes to video, but I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. My sister and I keep on saying we're going to go see it. I did go see with a friend from school Jurassic Park Rebirth.
What'd you think?
As a Jurassic Park franchise movie, it was very weak. I didn't like some of the things they did with it. This third part of the franchise, I don't think is going to take off. As a dinosaur action movie, it's good. Because they have to go back to the island where all the dinosaurs. It's the island where they were originally doing the DNA research for Jurassic Park, but they also are trying to create now new dinosaurs, like like that weird thing from Jurassic World, and they have to go and get certain DNA from it, and some of the scenes are fantastic. But again, it's like, to me, it's like Halloween 3. Sucked as part of the Halloween franchise, but was a good stick. Godzilla, even better. Matthew Broderick. Sucked as a Godzilla franchise, but it was good as a standalone movie.
Okay. Did you see it, Rich?
No, I haven't seen it yet. The last movie I saw, I think, was the Venom Last Dance. It was just because I wanted to give the house to the kids so that they could have a party. So I went out. It was on Halloween or Halloween-esque.
That's a good movie to see.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't bad
for a few hours.
Yeah, that's not a bad one.
I haven't seen 28 Years Later, and I haven't seen the Jurassic Park movie, but I just did recently watch all of the Jurassic Park movies because I figured that would be coming out soon, and I was going to go see it. I just haven't been able to go see it yet. Because I like seeing those on the big screen with the big dinosaurs.
Yeah. And yes, Max, I was disappointed. I really wanted to see Bryce Dallas Howard running around in skirt and high heels.
Do they? I wonder if they released that. And you know, one of those theaters where the seats shake and it mist and stuff. That would be cool to see in those. You know, especially when the dinosaurs are walking.
Yeah, know? 4D. Yeah, I like that. I've actually never seen anything like that.
I haven't either. I hear Godzilla Zero is in 4D some places.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, but it's nowhere near where Rich or I are.
Yeah, me either. You know,
I
probably
think
in Vegas.
I think they're doing it though. There's going to be a huge Godzilla exhibit at San Diego Comic-Con later this year.
Oh wow!
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, and apparently they are going to do a sequel to Godzilla -1.
Is it?
I guess it'd be Godzilla like -2.
I was trying to think of some math joke, but
yeah,
couldn't get there. I'm not good at math. Anything else? Anybody? Rich, have you seen anything? We both said. I mean, is anything you watched in the movie?
So I did, and I meant I can't remember. I saw that sci-fi movie. It started like Riddick, or like.
Oh yeah, Long Distance.
They crash land on the planet. That was okay. What's that called? Long Distance.
Long Distance.
And then I saw one with John Cena and Idris Elba. That was okay. It was exactly what I thought it was going to be. That one's the president of the United States, and the other one is the prime minister of England. And somebody's trying to kill him, and they get together and they travel across. It was it was exactly what I thought it was going to be. It was good.
Was it a comic version of like White House Down with?
I mean, ish. It was more like that one with
James Garner and
yes, that one.
And,
what was that called? The two presidents there. I want to say Walter Matthau, but it wasn't Walter Matthau.
No, Jack Lemmon.
Jack Lemmon.
Yeah, those are. I love that movie.
Yeah, it's a great flick. That one was way better.
Yeah,
but
you did. I did love that scene though, where that guy pulls that RPG out and they're riding next to Cena, and Cena's like trying to close the window on the car so that he doesn't hit him. Where'd Scott go?
Oh, we lost him. I don't know.
We lost Scott.
Damn.
Jeez. Oh, did he bail out early on us?
No, he's right here.
Okay.
I went to close down another thing I had open, IMDb, and I hit the wrong one.
Well,
so
heck.
That's get old.
Breath. Is Last Breath Sharks, Tony? Because that's ringing a bell, actually.
It sounds familiar.
I did watch Brick. That's what I meant to say. That was one of the ones I watched. Brick. It's with Matthias. It's the guy that's in the German guy in Day of the Dead, the safecracker, who got his own movie.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Army of the Dead. And it's about him and his girlfriend are locked in their apartment. They're kind of estranged. She's about to leave them, and they're locked in their apartment building by this weird nano wall. And it's about them. They break into other apartments, and there's other people, and it's about what happens there. It was actually it wasn't terrible. It was okay. I didn't love it like everybody else did, but I thought it was good. It's definitely worth to see. It's worth to watch.
Okay.
Well,
I saw that advertised.
It's funny because I remember once Ebert and the other guy, Siskel and Ebert, and they asked one of them once, why are you so down on all these movies? And they said, you watch nothing but movies every day. You get bored with them. It's got to be outstanding now for you to enjoy it. I'm thinking that's what's happening to the three of us. Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, the shark movie, it just, like you said, the gal kept trying to escape, and you hate those movies where, like you said, they knock them out, but they don't kill them, or they don't subdue them to where they're not going anywhere. And then they show up again. Mike Myers, that's endemic in that series. Yeah. Well, we got him. They got their backs to him, and he just pulls their heads off, because they're got their backs to him and they think he's dead. So, yeah. I don't know. I'm sure glad you guys watch these movies with me, though. So I'm glad.
We went through the horror together.
Yes.
Some night, Wednesday night, we ought to do a live running of a movie.
Oh yeah,
we did that once.
We did
do that. Yeah, we did it. I remember I watched it upstairs. Heather
with
set
the
it
zombies.
Up. I think it was a Netflix thing.
No, it was that on Amazon. It was that zombie wrestling movie.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh, and then we had the guy. Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. We need to figure out how to do that again. That was fun. I think Landa was on there with us, watching it, and a couple of other people. Yeah, Manson Zombie Midnight Zombie Massacre, something like that.
Now, if we could just sort of get the back of our profiles in the lower left corner, like in the Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Right? The back of our heads.
I'm not going to ask Dan what Dead Dicks is, but I will be looking it up later.
Sponsored
and
by
on that note, we're over.
All right. Have a good Shark Week and stay weird.
Everybody
be everybody. Thank you.
We got to go look up Dead Dicks now.
Thanks
for coming, everybody.
All right, Weirdlings. That's all for Watching Weird this week. Thanks for tuning in, and remember, the strange and unusual never sleeps. Well, except for maybe on Thursdays. Speaking of sleep schedules, here's a quick reminder about our other shows. Dive into the mysteries of the mind with Weird Awakenings every Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Cozy up with blondes, books, and campfire tales for spooky stories every other Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Hone your craft and connect with fellow writers on Write With Me on the third Sunday of each month. And don't forget, Watching Weird now airs live every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For all things weird, find us on social media via Linktree in the description below, or visit our website at weirdrealities.net. Stay weird.